I knew that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
May I respond for a second?
Wait 1 second. Okay.
One of the things that it's very interesting, and I think it's bothering me too. I think these questions have already been asked and answered, and it's like we're going in the same cycle all over again. If voters haven't paid attention by now to what these candidates have to offer and haven't made a decision, I don't know where they've been.
Yeah.
And even if Patrick Cooper becomes mayor, let's just say it. If he becomes mayor on Tuesday, there's nothing no one can do to take my right to vote away.
Okay.
He can win. I'm going to still vote.
Right.
I'm going to still go out there and make sure that he owns up to his responsibilities as a mayor. Same thing as, William Bell. Let's just say he gets in. I'm still going to vote, and I'm going to make him responsible for the promises that he's made.
So in other words, no matter who it is, you got to do what you say you're going to do and what we ask you to do and what you need to do.
At the bottom line, that's all I care about.
Okay. And you're going to continue to hear the same questions and the same issues because these are the issues that we have that have not been handled. We want them handled. Ms. Cooper, go ahead, and then I'm going back to the phone lines.
No, look, these assets were sold. The city paid, at my opponent's destruction, $190
Which one is LaShonda?
The worst financial decision we ever made because the waterworks assets are worth several $billions. And he can debate whether it's legal or not. I know what it is. I've been practicing law. I've never been. We don't even need to go there. But the fact of the matter is the voters know what's true and what's not true, and they made the decision. And I think it's still an issue, and folks can try to explain it away, but it is what it is.
Okay.
And it's not been sold. That's the bottom line.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Everybody's like roaring to ask questions, but this is the last question that I have drafted from the debates, and this one came from Twitter in about 20 tweets. It says, where do these percentages come from?
Yeah.
Like, where are these numbers coming from? Third poorest city in the U.S., third worst air quality, 1 out of 6 children in the school system homeless, 70% of African American males unemployed in the city, and a 60 to 70 dropout rate. Where are these numbers?
It comes from the U.S. Census Bureau data, which is very easy to look up and verify. It comes from, if you look at the 1 out of 6 are homeless, that came from the Birmingham News a year ago. If you look at third worst air pollution, there's a report that just came out in this Alabama business paper that talks about we have the worst air pollution in the entire Southeast. So I'm not making this up. I read, okay, and I remember, and I figured into what I'm talking about, and I don't pretend these facts don't exist. And unfortunately, numbers don't lie.
They don't.
And the 75% of the children living at or below poverty are students. That comes from, if you look at the statistic, it shows that 75% of our children in the Birmingham school system qualify for what's called a free federal or partial free Atlas lunch program. Okay?
Right.
That is a sign of poverty. You don't qualify for that unless you're living at or below poverty. So these numbers are, all I'm doing is just pulling them together. People may not like what they suggest and what they show, the picture that they paint, but that's reality. That's what we're facing.
Courtney?
I have a question, and I'll start with William Bell, and then I would ask that Cooper answer it. You wake up Wednesday the 20th, and you're not mayor. What will you do next?
Well,
What will you do next?
whether I win or lose on Wednesday morning, I'm going to go and take down my Christmas decoration.
Okay.
But also, I have a long-standing commitment to this city, to making changes in this community. I've given thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of scholarships, both publicly and privately, to help young people, and I'll continue to do that. I will continue to work with those organizations that are reaching out around the world. We talked earlier about Haiti. I was coming from an event that was brought about to help the Haitians in their time of need. In the mid-90s, when Haiti was in the midst of a depression, we were in Washington, D.C. and helped raise thousands of dollars with Friends of Haiti's, and President Clinton had asked me, along with other elected officials, to come and work to help Haiti. And the need is still there. And on Wednesday morning, I'm still going to be focused on what I can do to make this world a better place.
Okay. This I'm reading a very, very interesting Very interesting email from one of our listeners. I gotta see if I'm gonna be able to get into it or not. Mr. Cooper?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to doing what I did before I ran for mayor in 2007. I have been involved in a community organization called Birmingham Vision, where we've hired students through the summer from Powderly, West End, and have jobs one summer, where my organization has started chess programs for the children who live over in the Collegeville and the Southtown housing projects, where I've taken them to tournaments in Atlanta, where we have provided symposiums for minority-owned businesses over at Lawson State, and where my organization, and it's money that I've contributed, not government money, where we have funded free health care fairs for youngsters that don't have any money and senior citizens that don't have any money for health screening over at Harrison Park. And so life goes on, and one of the reasons I ran was because the community was crying out for some change, and folks wanted me to run because they're dissatisfied with the leadership we have.
Because you're in the School of Hip Hop, this is what we want from you. School of Hip Hop, I know you're gonna feel me on this. I hadn't even told you how I get. Before we got started with this session, I gave you both the card with the direct link to it. Now, because we only have a couple of days to actually get our mayor in, this is for whoever gets in. We want to start a coalition for the young people, a city coalition. We want to be able to take in the concerns, suggestions, and the ideas. We want to work directly with the mayor and the city of Birmingham, period. We don't want to have to go through his assistant to work. We want to work directly with the mayor of the city of Birmingham. Now, as the host of the School of Hip Hop, I will head the meetings. We will meet monthly, and if we need to meet, you think we need to do more than monthly? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think a month.
Yeah, because some months need a little bit more attention than other months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Monthly. Monthly. We'll meet monthly. We will gather all of, like, everything that I have now. We will continue to gather these things. We will come together, discuss those things. If it's something that we can put our hands on, we're going to fix it. If it's something that we need to discuss and get some money for, we want it. Whatever it is that the young people can do, we want to do it. So on the 20th, that morning, you probably will be excited and doing whatever you're doing, but I would be expecting a phone call. Okay.
But let me add something.
Okay.
Which is that
Thank you.
there's a flip side to it also.
Thank you.
Okay? And that means that young folks got to get out and vote, okay? And that one of the reasons young folks like you guys are ignored because, senior citizens, what they get out and vote in a high percentage, and that's one of the reasons folks are responsive. So there's got to be also the responsibility where you get organized politically, okay? That you go out there, you organize people to get out there and vote, that there's a follow through, because it takes two to tango in this whole thing, okay? And there's a responsibility too that young folks need to meet.
We're taking the responsibility. That's the whole point of what I said. We want to do that. We definitely vote every time we have the opportunity.
Let me say this: the role of the mayor is to empower people, to not just listen to what they have to say, but to give them the power to make the changes as they see fit. And I've demonstrated time and time again that I'm open, accessible, and will continue to be to empower people to make the changes in the community that they see need to be made. And my door will be open.
That's what I need to hear. So we can look to move forward, period. On both parties, we can look to move forward.
Absolutely. That's why I'm running.
All right. So with all the money wasted on the negative ads, we can count that out. We can just move forward. With all the percentages, with all the charges, with all the selling of the waterworks, we can just move forward.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
but we can move forward. Yes. We can move forward.
Yes, we can move
Call
forward.
ready.
Choice. We gotta move forward.
Thank you. And that's all we want to hear. Hip hop is be motivated. We like to hip, and then we also like to hop. So let us hop. We like to take big leaps. Let us leap. We like to jump. Let us jump. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Every Sunday at 6 o'clock right here on 95.7 Jam, School of Hip Hop. Y'all, we hot right now. And if you're hot too and you really amped about everything that's going on around you, I thank you for being a part of this movement. This is a movement, period. We cannot be stopped. How about that? See you next Sunday.